Hello, boys and girls. This is Undershield, of course, and welcome to another Q&A, where I simply answer the questions you guys given me on Facebook. And as usual, don't forget that I do post a post on Facebook asking for your questions, so do not send them as a private message. I will not have time to answer them all like that, but rather post a comment on my post and I will read them and I will answer them in the next video when I actually ask for questions. Basically, it says like this: I'm going to make a Q&A again this week. Post your questions if you have any. Smiley face. That's what the last one said. And I'm gonna start off as usual, reading a couple of the very first ones, so the guys who actually were first gets a little bit of credit and can feel that since they do stalk my Facebook a lot, they do get something in return. I do have about 12,000 followers on Facebook, so I guess it's not super much, but I mean that's a hell of a lot more than friends I got on Facebook on my regular account. So let's start off with the first question, shall we? Adam Hellbeck, Sverige är bäst, eller hur? Sweden is the best. Am I right? Yes, you're right. Sweden is the best. Correct, Adam. You're a clever son of a bitch. David Nilsson, Nisse Nilsson, vad tycker du om skåningar? What do you think about skåningar? Skåningar is basically Swedish people who live in the province or state of Skåne. So you guys who are not from Sweden kind of understand. I hate skåningar. They talk like really weird and they smell weird and they eat weird. No, I'm just kidding. But actually, one of my best friends' entire family is from Skåne, and my other best friend's mom is from Skåne. I kind of think when girls have a skånsk dialect, basically a skånsk accent, I think that's kind of a little bit sexy, because there's a girl called Tina who makes food on Swedish net like TV. I think she's probably like 35 or something like that. I think she's done an episode with Gordon Ramsay, and Gordon Ramsay called her a jammy mummy, and he's fucking right about that. She's a MILF, definitely. I guess I don't really know that many skåningar or guys from people from Skåne, but I do like the ones I know. Kevin Messe, what's your last name? It's Eriksson. I'm not gonna tell you guys how it's spelled or anything like that, because there's always some creeper who's gonna like try to find out my home phone number and crap like that. I already had to actually file a police report against one, so don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Stinian Millenberg, are you planning on buying Assassin's Creed 3? No, I'm not. Gustav Uppman, how is you? That's great grammar right there. I am good. Malik Al-Ghamadi, oh god, I just butchered your name, I think. I'm sorry about that, bro. Sup, Anders? It's good, because I think that's how that's named, or how you respond to that. I don't know. Adam Akollor, var bor du? Kommer du till Stockholm någon gång? Where do you live? Are you gonna go to Stockholm sometime? I live in a city called Östersund. It's in the middle part of Sweden, and I don't know. I mean, like, I would like to move to Stockholm, to be honest, but my entire family is kind of around here, so that's kind of why I don't move there. And also because it costs a lot of money to move. Puck Stifler, har du varit i Norrbotten? Have you ever been to Norrbotten? That's basically also a province / state in the northern part of Sweden instead of the southern part, that's Skåne. And no, I actually never been to Norrbotten. Never ever in my entire life. Jason Calva, Medal of Honor Warfighter or Black Ops 2? Definitely Black Ops 2. I've been having a lot more fun. But I gotta say, Medal of Honor Warfighter is a really good game. It's just not as good as Black Ops 2, to be honest. Mark Bird, how many hours on average a day do you spend gaming / recording / editing? I would say 12, some days a little bit more. Saturdays I only spend about 4 to 6 hours. That's my day off, so to say. Whoa, that's a weird name. Mike oh god, it's like Russian letters. Why you don't use Twitter? I do have Twitter, but I don't use it because I don't like how it is. Sometimes I want like write long messages and tell you guys about stuff and upload pictures, and Twitter is kind of difficult to use. I mean, it's good if you want to tell someone, hey, I just had a Coke, or hey, I just had a really good poop. But that's about it. I like Facebook. I actually like Twitter better than Facebook because I think Facebook is a kind of evil corporation that has evil, weird rules. So Twitter is better in that way. But sadly, Twitter is not as good as Facebook in the ease of use, or whatever you want to call it. Alexander Hartvig, do you ever cause or raise havoc in your neighborhood growing up? I did that a lot. I set fire to a barn once by mistake. I set fire to an entire field of like dried out crops, and oh god, what else I've done? I've hunted rats. I've hunted rabbits. I've scared the neighbors' cows. I've done all kinds of bad stuff. I was a problem child as a kid. I had way too much energy, and school was boring to me, so I did a lot of bad stuff. My parents did not have an easy time raising me. Jordi Andres, what's your favorite gun ERL? Cactus Slayer. What? Is that your nickname, Cactus Slayer? That's a funny nickname. I have shot about, I think, 15 or 20 different guns in my life, and when it comes to pistols, I really love my grandfather's old competition pistol. It's like 40 years old or something like that, but it is incredibly accurate. It's a 9mm, and I would be able to blow your head clean off with that, or at least shoot you in the face clean off, like if you were running and zigzagging like 100, no, not 100 meters away, but like 40-50 meters away. That gun is just so freaking accurate, and I've never had a mishap with it, as we say in Sweden, eldbrott or eldavbrott. Basically, when a cartridge doesn't go off, or a shell casing might lodge in the receiver and stuff. I don't know all the words for gun parts in English, sadly, but I could explain it better then. And my favorite assault rifle, like an automatic gun, is actually AK-4. I think it's really, really good. It's basically like the G3A3 in Battlefield. It looks almost exactly the same. It shoots the 7.62 cartridge, the NATO kind actually, but it's still exactly the same like you would find in a Kalashnikov, so it packs a really good punch. And if you lean forward quite a lot and kind of, if you tensen up in a good way, you can actually go full auto, like empty an entire 20 magazine clip, and just decimate anyone coming at your ass. Though when it comes to sniper rifles, I haven't shot that many actually, but my favorite kind is actually a 6.4 or a 7.5mm round. Actually, I don't actually know the exact name of the rifle, but my father's moose hunting rifle is extremely good with a really reliable old sight on it. I've never shot any shotguns though, so I can't actually tell you about those. Andreas Ros, varför var du inte på Minecon? Why didn't you visit Minecon? Simply a money problem. I mean, like, it costs money to go there, right? It's not like money grows on trees, and to opposite of beliefs, I do not make tens of thousands of dollars. I hardly make $1,000 a month, so I am not rich. I cannot go to France just like that. If I had a few million more views, then I would probably been able to go there, but you need a lot of views on YouTube, and especially since the Swedish tax system is like it is, they take 50% on everything I make on YouTube. So if I would make $10,000 on YouTube, I would only get to keep $5,000 because the Swedish tax system wants half of it, simply. So it's a money thing only. Otherwise I would have gone, because I think it would be awesome actually to meet all the Minecraft guys. Olle Theodor O.T. Luxel, that's one weird name. Hur kommer det sig att du heter Anders El? How is it that you came up with the name Anders El? And it's actually pretty simple. It's a really long time ago. I was at my uncle's place and I was playing Counter-Strike for the first time, and he was gonna make me my own configuration so I could have all the settings like I would like them, that fitted how I like to play. And he said like, what name should you have on it? And I was like, Anders with a Z. I thought first, like, and oh no. This actually, there I was named Anders with a Z because I wanted to look like cool and stuff. But then I realized that there were other people named that already, so I had to add some letters. And I thought like, ooh, I can combine stuff from my surname and stuff like that and actually make Anders El instead. So it's basically combinations of parts of my name. I don't want to say exactly because then the creepy guys watching this are gonna go like, oh, I know his full name, now I can find out where he lives, and that's gonna just end with like me shooting someone in the face for trespassing or some crap like that. And there's a lot of paperwork to fill in for Sweden in that. Even though you don't go to jail for self-defense or when people cross your property and you shoot them, you still can have a lot of problems for it. And like, yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain, all of the paperwork. Andel Loeb, when will you and Terry play with each other? I actually don't know. I really haven't heard from Terry in a really long time. He wanted to talk a little bit a couple of weeks ago, but then I didn't have time. And since that, I haven't talked to him, to be honest. And I don't really know what's going on. And to be really honest, I'm so busy right now with YouTube anyways. So I don't know, maybe if he comes back to YouTube and starts making videos regular again, we can make some fun videos. But like, since he haven't like done anything on YouTube in a long time, I'm guessing he might have like lost interest and might quit. I don't know. I don't want to say too much since I can't really speak for him in that matter. Michael Duff, what your Sony Vegas rendering settings? I use many different kind of settings, but I render in MP4, usually 1080p or 720p. I render in 29.997 FPS and a bitrate of 5 million bits a second to as much as 20 million bits a second when it comes to the 1080p montages. The montage is sometimes 40 million bits as well, so yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. Andreas Lundgren, what do you think the age limit should be on games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, etc.? And would you change it? I think it is 16 to 18 in most countries, but to be honest, I think that is a bit high. I mean, like, there's games out there that looks a hell of a lot worse than like, I mean, for God's sakes, you can like join the army when you're 16 in the UK, but you can't buy Call of Duty until you're 18. That's just ridiculous. So you're allowed to like join the army when you're 16, but you're not allowed to actually shoot guns in a computer game. I mean, that's just silly in my opinion. So I think around maybe 13 to 14 would be a good age limit for those kinds of games, depending on how much blood and gore and stuff there is. I don't know, there's not much blood in Battlefield, is there? And not much in Call of Duty either. I think you can turn it off, and when you can do that, I think like 8 years old, because, I mean, kids are not fucking stupid. I mean, I played games as a kid and I turned out fine. Oh god, I might not be like completely normal, but I would never blame that on computer games. I mean, like, when people say they went out and shot people because they saw it in a video game, that doesn't mean they would have done it if they saw a bad movie or read it in a book. I mean, like, people who go out and murder people, they do that because they're sick in the head, because their parents raped them or did something bad to them as a kid, or yeah, if they're just mentally ill. It's not because they play video games. That's just freaking ridiculous in my opinion. And right now I'm taking myself a snooze because I feel I need it. Let's see here now. Richard Manson, are you ever going to start making any more Mini World Minecraft videos? Ooh, that's actually a really good question. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you might remember all of the seasons. I think oh god, was it 5 or 6 I was at? I don't even remember exactly which season I was at when I stopped. But yeah, maybe in a couple of months. I've kind of been feeling lately like I want to start doing it again. I'm not 100% sure yet though, because it gets boring really quickly when you do like single player stuff and there's not a lot of mods that update, and especially when there's problems with installing the mods you want to play. And that has kind of been the problem. The more Minecraft has evolved, the less easy it has been to actually install the mods I like and want to have in my single player world. So I kind of want to do it again, but it's just such a huge pain in the butt. I mean, I had Marcus, the viewer, who fixed all my mods, but now lately he has not even been able to make them work together. And I mean, he is pretty goddamn awesome when it comes to stuff like that. So when he can't really make them work together, I definitely can't, and most other people can't either. It needs like serious programming and shit to make them work. Yodai Josefi. Oh god, I just butchered your name, I'm sorry. How much would you like to meet Beef and the others from 1 to 10? I really would like to meet Beef and the others. I would say 10 out of 10. Not like I'm like crazy or anything like that and absolutely have to meet them, but I would definitely want to meet them. I think it would be really fun to talk with them a little bit. Jordan Mantis. Do you buy most of your funniest furniture from IKEA? No, I actually have no furnish from IKEA. I have nothing, I think, at least. I do got a few things that my mom and dad have given me, but I don't think I have anything from IKEA that I bought myself, actually. Not even glasses or anything like that. Mattias Sjödin, kommer du att göra en Let's Play på Far Cry 3? Will you make a Let's Play of Far Cry 3? I really want to, but I'm afraid it's gonna be kind of like Fallout and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to like look at the game a bit more closely to like really get an idea of it. I mean, it's just a few days now until it releases. But I really would like to. I'm definitely gonna buy the game and play it because I'm a big fan of Far Cry 1, and I actually did like Far Cry 2 quite a lot, even though it wasn't exactly like I wanted it. I still thought it was pretty good. Filip Gustafsson, vad vill du se i Aftermath? What do you want to see in Aftermath? I actually talk about that in today's Battlefield video, so go watch that one if you want to hear about that kind of stuff. No offense, I just don't want to talk about it like twice in a day in 2 different videos. Justin Halvarsson, do you like surströmming? I hate surströmming. Just to like give you guys a picture, surströmming is basically a herring. It's a kind of fish that you basically let rotten in oak barrels, and then you put it in like steel containers and let it rot even more. And when the steel cans are kind of bulging instead of being flat like this, like basically bulging because of all of the rotten gas in there, you open it up and you eat it, and it stinks horribly, but the fish actually just tastes like salty fish. It doesn't taste that strange, but the smell of it smells like a fucking squirrel crawled up in someone's ass and died, and then they took a shit. That's how it smells. How the fuck did I come up with that? Oh my god, I got a sick mind. I'm gonna scroll down now and just pick a few of the absolutely latest comments, so you know that you can actually post you can actually post your questions even though it's actually a day or two after I made the post, so those kinds of people get some love too. Ramin Dabadir, are you going to Stockholm? Oh, okay, I already answered that actually. Hendrik Kartunen, I'm sorry I butchered your name. Hi, and have you ever been in sauna or even visited in Finland? I've been in a sauna many times. We call it a bastu in Sweden, but I've never been to Finland. Sorry. Christian Sudar, are you going to do Let's Play of Warz? I don't know, I played a little bit of Warz during a live stream. I did not think it was very good, to be honest. Alex, om du hade en dag kvar att leva, vad skulle du göra? Oh, God, that's a good question. I mean, it depends on how it was. If I knew that I was gonna die after a day, or I knew that the world was going to end. I mean, if the world was going to end, I would like fucking steal a car and like go Grand Theft Auto style. But if just I was going to die, I think I would try to spend it with my friends, having as much fun as possible, eating and drinking good and all that kind of good stuff. Resse Baldwin, what are the top 3 worst games you have played in your opinion? Ooh, that is a good question. Oh god, I always stay away from bad games as much as possible. Games that I thought was good that turned out to be bad, like for example Darksiders or Darkside 2 or what the hell it's named, like with the tentacles and shit. You guys maybe saw that I made like 3 videos, then I quit. And it wasn't because the videos got like really bad views, but because I got a headache from playing it and I like pain. The fucking FOV was like 60 or 55 or something like that. That's just horrible crap. What else? I'm trying to think right now. I don't know if you guys notice it, like the screen is wobbling a bit. I'm doing like a motion with my foot. I like to do that when I'm sitting still a long time to like keep busy. No, I think I'm gonna have to come back to your question another time actually, Reese, because, or Mr. Baldwin. Baldwin, oh god, that makes me think about Chuck. The Baldwin guy is in there. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I don't want to make it too long. I mean, I think I'm well over 20 minutes already. That's way too long. I should keep them to 10 minutes, I think, really. But as usual, yeah, and I shaved my head. I know like a lot of people are gonna comment about that. I felt like shaving it, and I did, and it feels great. As usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.